Measles cases are up in Pennsylvania, and Ukrainian Americans in NEPA feel a mix of emotions as the war drags on. This and more in this edition of the Week in Focus for the Pennsylvania Capital Star. The United States is currently experiencing one of its largest measles outbreaks in decades as vaccination rates continue to decline. There have been more than 600 cases across the country in 2025 alone, and it's only April. 3 people, 2 of them children, have died. In many counties in Pennsylvania, vaccination rates among the youngest school-aged children are below 95%, the target for herd immunity. Measles vaccination rates among kindergartners were measured as low as 84% in Cameron County. There is no cure, and the only effective way to prevent the disease is with a vaccine, one that has been proven extremely effective and safe for decades. Next up, did you know that Pennsylvania has the second largest population of Ukrainians and Ukrainian Americans in the country, with more than 150,000 people living here? Pennsylvania Capital Star asked about the current war. Some in the northeastern part of the Commonwealth shared a lack of hope that Russian President Vladimir Putin will abide by any peace agreements. Some said they have experienced more negative remarks about their native country since President Donald Trump returned to the White House, adding that the one good thing the Trump administration seems to have done is cause the rest of Europe to come to the realization that they can no longer depend on the United States. To wrap things up, as the stock market fell sharply over several days, 2 Pennsylvania congressmen from battleground districts focused on economic priorities during a recent conservative conference in Cumberland County. Representative Rob Bresnahan and Representative Scott Perry, both Republicans who support President Trump and still back his economic plans, didn't spend much time addressing the big news dominating headlines: Trump's tariff announcement on taxing imported products from around the world. Since that announcement earlier in the week, the stock market fell to levels not seen since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. On Wednesday, Trump wrote that this was a great time to buy. Less than 4 hours later, he announced a 90-day pause on nearly all the tariffs, which sent the stock soaring, but several tariffs remain in place and the markets remain in flux. Bresnahan promoted extending the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, also known as the Trump tax cuts. Perry made it clear that the national debt was top of mind, and he told attendees that he would not support the Senate's current spending proposal as written due to concerns about it not properly addressing the deficit. Both Bresnahan and Perry won by narrow margins in their races. Bresnahan by 1.6% in one of the most expensive races in the nation, and Perry, who beat Democratic challenger Janelle Stelson by 1.2% of the vote, his closest re-election bid since winning a seat in Congress in 2012. For the Pennsylvania Capital Star, I'm Natalie Bencavanga, and this was your Week in Focus.